How many of them will become a distributor? One? 8? 3? Would it be safe to say that about 2 out of 10, on average? No, it's too high. 3? Well, let's take it down, okay? You're a brand new person, they're going to go out there and say, look, here, opportunity, lose weight, make money. Here's the thing, try it. They're still going to get something, right?
Right.
They do it with somebody, sit down with somebody at Starbucks, and here's the deal. So let's say it's 2 out of 10. So, in order to recruit 20, how many people do you need to do a presentation to in the month of November? 100. 100 presentations. You actually won't have to do 100, but let's just assume it's 100. 100 presentations. I'll tell you a quick story about a friend of mine. His name's Terry. He lives in Dallas, Texas. He got involved with a company 6 years ago. And he didn't have a lot of time. He ran a lot of businesses, did a whole bunch of stuff, but he knew this concept. So he decided he was going to go get a bunch of people in, get them started, get them moving into the company. So he did 140 one-on-one presentations in 10 days. All in Starbucks around the greater Dallas-Fort Worth area. 14 a day on average. Got it down to about 20 minutes. 14 every day. Boom, 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 boom. 10 days done. Today, he makes about $140,000 a month. Hasn't touched it in 5 years. Makes about $140,000 a month. It goes up on average about 3-4% a month. Why? Because he got elevation. Brought in 30 or 40 out of those 140. Because he got good at it. Here's my opportunity, here's my product, here's how you're going to get paid, you're going to get out. And you decide quick, because the person that's waiting over by the muffins over there, they're either going to be in your upline or you're down line. You decide. Right? So could you do 100 presentations in the course of November? Is that even possible? Sure. No problem. Well, I have a full-time job. So? No problem. What is that a day? 3 a day? 3 days, nothing. You can do that at the coffee shop on the way to work. You can do it at your lunch break. You can do it on your way home from work. You can load up on Saturdays and go crazy, or whichever day of the weekend that you want to hit it. But could you do 100? Of course you could. If you got paid $3,240 an hour, could you do 100?
Yeah.
They paid you $1,000 for each one you did in November. How many could you do?
100.
More than 100. You guys get creative. It'd be hard for you to get paid less than $1,000 per one-on-one presentation, or a small group presentation, or a large group presentation that you did in November. It'd be hard for you to end up getting paid less than $1,000 for each one. Really hard. Now, if you do 1 or 2, it's easy to get paid less. But if you do 100, you're going to get good, you're going to get confident, there's going to be momentum, people are going to get excited, people are going to get fired up, it's going to be ready to go. So, in order to schedule 100 appointments, or to get 100 people to show up to do a presentation, how many appointments do you need to schedule? More than 100, right? Some aren't going to show up. What do you think, 140? 140, 150, some aren't going to show up. So, in order to get 140 people to agree to meet with you at some point in the month of November, how many calls are you going to need to make? 250, 300. I want you to do me a favor. For those of you who are going to do this, some of you are going to go, oh, whatever, you lost me at 100. For those of you who are going to do this, I promise you a couple things. One, it's going to change your life. 2, I want you to track every single thing that you do, because this story will change your whole business. When you tell the story, here's the calls I made, here's the appointments I made, here's the number of people that showed up, here's the number of people that signed up, here's the income that I got from it, and this is just the beginning. How much did I get paid for this 30 days? I don't know, because I'm still getting paid.
Right. Yeah.
Okay? So let's say it's 300. It won't be 300. And you won't have to do 100 presentations in order to sign 20. You might get to 70, 60 maybe. But if it takes 100, it takes 100. And let's say your skills are so bad and your reputation is so bad that nobody wants to talk to you. You just got to increase the numbers. Make up the numbers what you lack in reputation. Call more people. You can say, well, I don't know anybody. Yes, you do. Look at your Facebook. Knock it off. You know lots of people. Seriously, you do. Call those people on Facebook. Don't post cheesy messages on Facebook. Please don't do that. Do this. Send a message to somebody on Facebook and say, hey, listen, I see you live in such and such a city. I'm looking to expand a business in such and such a city. Can I get you on the phone? I just want to ask you a question, see if it works. You think it will work in that market. Or I just want to chat with my phone for a second. If they say, who is this? So you're my friend. Are you my friend? So between that and your phone and all the people you have called and the chicken list and the scary people and the most successful people that you know, if you go through GoPro, you're going to learn. There's a direct approach for some people, there's an indirect approach for other people, there's a super indirect approach for the highly successful, super influential people, and treat it like a game. There are no good and no bad experiences in network marketing, only learning experiences. We're here to learn. We're going to make a call, we're going to learn something, we're going to get better. We're going to make another call, we're going to learn something, we're going to get better. We're going to fall on our face, we're going to learn something, we're going to get better. You know what I hope for you? Somebody slams the door so hard in your face that you get mad. That's what happened to me. I'll tell you what, 60 days into my career, had a life-changing day. There was a guy who was on my chicken list, his name was Wally Hilgenberg. He was a middle linebacker for the Minnesota Vikings. I worshiped this guy. He taught me how to play sports in high school, and successful businessman still playing in the game. And he was on my chicken list. And somebody said, you gotta call your chicken list. So I won't get on my chicken list. So I got up the guts. I was still in my dad's little real estate office. I waited until everybody was gone. You ever dial 6 numbers and hang up, dial 6 numbers, hang up? It was like that. And I had how it was going to go in my mind. Somebody else was going to answer. I was going to say, hey, is Wally there? This is Eric Worry. And they're going to say, Dad, or Wally, da 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 da, pop, 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 pop. Because hi, this is Wally. That's what happened in my brain. What really happened was, first ring, hello, from Wally. He said, well, what do you need? What's going on? Just got home. What's happening? Well, and I stumbled through this embarrassing thing. Well, my dad and his friend John Joyce, they're involved in this thing. And, I thought about you. And he said, he shut me down so cool. He just said, listen, son, I'm not interested. Nobody in my family will ever be interested. Do not call me at home about business, ever. And based on your track record, son, I doubt if you're going to be involved in this 90 days from today. Boom. Boom. You ever have those days of extra gravity? You know what I mean? You can't hold your head. It starts with your head. You can't hold your head up. And you're laying on the table, and then pretty soon you slide to the floor. I was face down, just mashed into the carpet for like 5 minutes. And then I got mad. So who the heck does he think he is? Somebody gave him a shot. Yeah, it was a terrible pitch. I get it. It was a terrible presentation, but nobody should shut somebody down like that. I don't care who you are. Ever. He should be ashamed of himself. And that day, I wrote his name on the top of my legal pad, and it stayed on the top of every legal pad I had for 3 years. Because when 90 days came, I wanted to quit. But I couldn't let him be right. And then, nah, I'm not doing it, buddy. Not happening. So I don't know, 2-3 years later, I'm 29, made $1 million that year. Went to a wedding. Is that the wedding? He knows, and I know I'm making more money than him. Get to the little reception line. We happen to be in the same spot. You know how that happens. He said, hey, Eric, I hear you're doing very well. I said, you know what, Wally? Yes, I am. Enjoy the wedding. Wanted to do a little happy dance around the little reception table. But I kept it cool. But I would wish for you that somebody gets in your face and absolutely says, who do you think you are? Get back in your hole. You're not supposed to be more than what we expected you to be, so stop pretending. Nobody's listening. You know people are laughing. I hope they do that. Most of the times they don't. They just roll their eyes. You lay there yet? Keep walking. But if they get in your face, you've got a choice. To fight or to shrink. And I hope you fight. Because you're worth it. And not only for you, but for every life that you're going to touch in this business. Right? And the things are all right. Cool. Number one, in your 90-day game plan. So I gave you a little formula. You're like, well, that's it? That's my formula? Yes. You want to recruit 20, you've got to do 100 presentations. Figure out a way to do it. Do small group meetings, do one-on-ones, do two-on-ones, do conference calls, do webinars, do face-to-face, get people to your local event. Whatever you got to do, pull out the stops, go nuts. Everything. Pull out all the stops, full throttle, 100%. And you'll get to your 20. And when you do, it'll change your whole life. There'll be a million things that gets in the way. And a million thoughts that are going to come into your head, and all kinds of self-doubt that's going to plague you every single day, but it's worth it. So if you want to do a 90-day game plan like I did, this is kind of the beginning of it, this recruit 20 thing. 3 steps, 4th is optional. I'm going to add the 4th because of your event in January. That you haven't announced yet. First step to a campaign that will change your life is preparation. Preparation. First part about preparation is to truly make a decision. Not a goal, not an aspiration, but a decision. I'm going to do this. I don't know how. I don't know exactly how it's all going to come together. I don't know who I'm going to have to manifest in my life for this to turn into reality. I don't even really have the skills yet, but I'm going to go on a crash course and figure it out. But I'm going to do this. I really am. I'm going to do it. And in a very short period of time, people are going to know my name. By January, people are going to say, where did she come from? Where did he come from? What the? They're going to say that. When you walk in the room, they're going to say, hey, there she is. That's the one. Hey, there he is. That's the guy. They're going to say that a few months from now. Yeah, but it's the holidays in November. You have November every year. Talk about your life. You know what the biggest thief of your life is? Little do's, little to-do lists, little things that rob your days, rob your weeks, rob your months, rob your years. It could be pushed aside for a moment. So the decision is everything. You decide, you're good. If you don't decide, it's going to be really tough. In January,